Hi, I'm Shahar.
And I'm Nash, and we're with Buzzbooster.tv.
Yeah, we need to do some explaining here.
Yes, there's some explaining to do.
You probably noticed that we have taped several segments in our shows in very different places as well as today.
Places.
Yeah. So we want to tell you exactly what's going on.
What are we doing?
So what are we doing?
We're geocaching.
Yes, it's a game we like to play, right?
Yes, it is.
And pretty much it's just like a modern treasure hunt that you do with a GPS.
Well put. Modern treasure hunt.
Yes, and we are doing a challenge, and that's why you've seen and will see scenes in very
all
different
over the
places.
place.
Yeah. Let's show them what it is.
It's called the Utah DeLorme Challenge. And basically the objective is, if you look at the back of the atlas, each square on this grid represents one page on the atlas. And the objective is to find one geocache on each page.
Yes.
So we've been traveling all over Utah.
We're
almost done. We just need this 2 trips at the most and we'll get them all.
Yeah, and besides getting the cache, we take pictures, right?
Oh, yeah.
Either from the place we are or the cache itself.
We put them on the page. Whoa, sorry, Sharon. We put them on the page.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
Pretty fun. And
it's a lot of fun.
When we see something that inspires us and has a marketing and business message, then we want to share with you,
yes.
Right? And that's what you are going to see next. Actually, geocaching has been amazing for us because every time we travel, we are actually getting out of a comfort zone.
Yes.
Facing some fears, right? Like
being lost in the desert for 4 hours.
Snow up to the waist the other day. So it makes you face some fears. Yeah. And when you're looking for the cache, it also makes you look from different perspectives.
Yes.
So all these things are also pretty good in business.
Very good.
Here's our show.
Take a look. Hey, this is Nash, and today we're here at the Salt Flats, Utah, Bonneville Salt Flat, world-known place that had broke tons of land speed records, etc. But as Shahar and I were pondering about the beauty of this place and how odd really it is, because really all of this white stuff on the ground is salt, we were thinking, it's funny because it's actually very interesting because no life form actually lives in this environment because it's such harsh conditions. It's so odd, right? And so we were thinking, it's funny because a lot of times this is what we do with our businesses. It's just the conditions are so harsh, we don't market, we don't do anything, it's just plain and flat and salty and nothing happens. And then eventually it dies, right? Just like any life form that tries to live here in the salt flats. So my message to you today is, what are you doing in your business to market your business so that it flourishes, so that it's not just a plain white vast thing of nothing, right? What are you doing to make it flourish into something beautiful, into a very successful and powerful business? Think about that.
Hi, I'm at Fleming Gorge Forest, someplace in the winters in Utah, and what we are doing now is really trying to cover every single page of the DeLorean map in geocaching. So we go from page to page finding different caches, and we have to cover the whole state. We are about 3/4 done, and today we are here and Ashley is looking for a cache that has been quite challenging so far. So while she does that, because I really don't like to go too much inside, this is bear country too, so you've got to be careful. I was thinking about something that happened to me this week that shows people really how technology can get in the way. Technology is awesome, social media is awesome, all the tools that we have online are awesome, but you as a business, you need to really balance and see when technology is not in your favor. For example, this week I was looking for some fabric, so I went to some quilt shops, right? Because they usually have very nice cotton fabric in those. So I went into one, the store was really amazing, so I bought some fabric there. And when I was at the cashier paying for my purchase, I asked her, hey, do you have classes here? And she said, yes, we do quite a few. And I asked her, do you have something that I can see the classes? And she told me, we used to have in our printed newsletter, but now you have to go to our website and take a look, download the newsletter and take a look at the courses. And she gave me a card for that. And I said, okay, I'll do that. Well, a few days passed by. I went to another store and same thing happened. I bought some fabric. I was at the cashier and I said, hey, do you give classes here? And she said, yes, quite a few. Do you have something that I can see the classes that you have? Oh, I'm going to give you my card and you go to the website and you take a look because there we have our newsletter and it's all listed there. Okay, so this is where technology really gets in the way. Yes, let's see, case number one, they had a printed newsletter, they transition everything online. It's of course because you cut costs when you do that. But if you are already doing a printed newsletter, you might want to have an online version, that's totally fine. But do not discontinue that. Perception of value when I have something physical to look at and I pay more attention online if they open the email, if they download the newsletter, if they look at it, you might have some people take action. So you're asking them to work and you're asking them to go to your website. So one more action here. If you're already doing a printed newsletter, put an online version, but do not discontinue. It's really important that. And in the second case, and actually valid for both, is this. I was at the cashier. I was already with my wallet out. I was paying for something. So I was a lot more likely to say, include this course on the card right now. I was there in the buying mode and they decided not to allow me to spend more money, but to make me work to go and check the courses online. If I remember the website, if I don't lose the card, I go online and I check the courses and I may or may not sign up because there will be no person negotiating and telling me how great that course is and how I should take that program no matter what. See, so you missed the sales opportunity just because you decided to cut a few cents in printing a newsletter. So my message to you is, first, if you're doing a printed newsletter, do not discontinue. You get attention, undivided attention. Let's face it, online we get thousands of emails, we have a lot of things to do. When I'm reading something here, I'm paying attention just to this. And this is important for you as a business owner. But most of all, do not make your audience, especially the buying customers, have to work to purchase more things from you. Have everything on the website so people that are there will be able to see the courses. But when somebody asks, do you have this? Get the money, make the sale right away. Do not wait for that. Okay, now enjoy the view here. I'll see you next. Okay, I want to talk about the case study that we have.
Yes, what is it?
Yeah, well, you know that a few months ago, Google slapped all the content directories,
Yes.
right, slashing their page rank.
Yeah.
And a question that we have seen quite often is, okay, is it even worth doing article marketing today? Because those links have not the same weight they had before.
It is.
Yes, it is. And let me tell you the case of one of our clients, Marilyn Bond, and her site is marilynbond.com, right?
Right?
And since the very beginning, the two things that she did focus a lot was on writing articles
Yes.
and making videos. So
Videos.
those were the main
The two main things she was doing.
Yes. She's a home organizer, and when she came to us, she actually just wanted to have a few more clients,
Increase
right?
a little bit her local business.
Yeah, but we fast and furious took her to another path.
Yes.
And
her
then
out.
she started writing articles very consistently,
Yes,
which is
religiously.
key. Yeah, it's key for anything online.
It's very good.
For-
Actually, we don't see that attitude very often.
No, yeah, praises to Marilyn. Well, first she got some articles being printed in some newspapers, which was very good. She was getting media
Local
attention.
newspapers in different, in other states other than the one she was located in.
Yes, then once she got a magazine actually from a client that was in Chicago, and the magazine had her as a contributor.
She didn't even know.
She didn't even know, but they got the article in an article director published there, and she was in that magazine,
Give her
which
credit.
was very good.
Very good.
Then a while later, a publisher contacted her.
Hey,
a mainstream
Marilyn,
publisher.
I've
Yes.
been seeing your articles online, and I watched some of your videos. You have some amazing content. Would you like to write a book for us?
Yes, you know, Marilyn really never thought about
Never
becoming
thought
a
of
book
it.
author. But she presented a proposal that
Yes.
accepted. She got paid beforehand. The book got published, and we should have the book right here because we.
Oh yeah, we should.
Yes, she will run and get the book for you to see. It was released, I think, November last year. It sold really well. The publisher was happy, Marilyn was happy, everybody was happy. A couple of months ago this year, That's the book,
This is the book.
and it's a very
Actually, a really cute book.
very cute book, you know, colored. It's really, really nice stuff. That would be very expensive if she tried to publish
Signed
herself.
copy, but
Yes,
right?
fun to us. And again, the
Of course.
publisher this year asked her to write another
Another book.
So she's going to her second book. From the book comes other opportunities. Of
yeah.
course, then you were really the expert in that field.
Speaking engagements.
Speaking engagements, so a lot. My message to you today is that, you know, don't be narrow-minded when thinking
No.
the use of a tool. Yes, articles were good to bring you links and more page rank over time. They might not be as good for that, but there are other benefits that can come
absolutely.
of that.
Yes.
Like media exposure, book proposals, more speaking engagements, because then you're the perceived leader.
Yeah.
You should do that. The key point here, then that's what Marilyn followed, was to be consistent. Keep doing that. It doesn't happen in a second.
It won't happen
Article,
overnight. I
it-
promise you, it won't.
Yeah, like everything, it takes a while.
Ask Marilyn. I mean,
Yeah.
what? She religiously wrote articles and released videos every week for at least
Years now.
For years now.
Yeah.
It's just
So you keep doing because it's very good. You can repurpose that in many formats, but don't stop doing that just because one little thing might be impacting in a negative way.
No, that's nothing.
Hi, I'm in Terrace, Utah. Behind me you can see a cemetery, and this town here used to be a very successful town. At one time in the 1800s had more than 12,000 people living here. It had all kinds of saloons and Wells Fargo Bank, everything that you can think of, because this was the way for the train. So it had a lot of prosperity. But one day they did a cutoff in Lucid, which is about 20 miles from here, and everything here ended. If you look around me, it's totally empty today. There is nothing. The town lost its prosperity after the cutout came. And why? Well, they relied in one form to bring wealth to them, the railroad. You know, you probably heard before that the number one is the biggest sin on marketing. You should never rely on one form of anything to bring prosperity to you. See, here is a case where they did, and now it's just a ghost town. You have to ask yourself, what are you doing in marketing? Do you have more than one way of promoting your business, more than one way of advertising, more than one product? Do not rely in one single thing to bring you prosperity. Long-lasting prosperity arrives when you have a multitude of channels bringing you cash. Okay, I think that's our show for today.
That's all for today. See you next
See you
time.
next time. Okay. Deixa eu só ver se grava.
We're approaching a bridge. Might I add, a very scary bridge. Think about it. It was built in the 1800s. Will the Jeep make it through? It's really bizarre. It took us like half an hour just to decide if we would do it. Let's see if you can see it. I don't know. Because there's nothing below, and it's just wood. And it's so freaking scary. It's unbelievable. But, it took us I think we just stood there for half an hour the first time around before before driving through it, because 1800s was a long time ago.